Yo,
Welcome back.
why does it say hi on yours?
Uh yeah, I didn't feel like typing it out to be
Yeah,
honest.
we're not gonna bother at this point. This is the first time in a long time that we haven't done a podcast that we've done our podcast over like when we're not together because we've been doing it for so long together now. Feels back to quarantine times.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. That's actually how we started, which is
I know,
weird.
I know, right?
That's pretty insane.
Yeah.
Uh,
I
yeah.
want to find out what your day, bro. What happened to you, bro? First, the car gets spilled.
uh
You and food always have
yeah.
bad luck.
Yeah. Today was just one of those days. I don't know how to explain it. So
Well,
uh
you can explain it to
yeah,
me after, so you don't expose yourself.
no worries, no worries. Just
Um, yeah.
beware spilled milk.
Well, that's disgusting. Milk is trash,
You don't like milk?
bro. You know this. I don't like milk.
I think I always forget.
Yeah, it's just because you know you're not a good friend. You should know that like about me. Like, what if one day like someone like says, "Yo, drink this and it's milk," and you just like you know what? You would actually make me drink it too. Like you wouldn't even say it's milk. You're just like, I want to see his reaction.
Yeah, because the thing is, milk is one of those things. Like even as you get, I don't know, it's weird. As I got older, it's harder for me to drink milk, just because
Yeah,
my stomach and everything. But I still like it though, obviously, right? It's like it's harder to drink it, right? It's like I
yeah,
can only drink it in the morning. Like I cannot drink it at night.
yeah.
Impossible.
Yes,
Um,
sir.
and obviously, like I like the fatness in milk, so I rather drink 2%. Before I used to drink 3% easy, but I know I can't do that anymore. 1% is the hardest thing on earth. I can't do it. I know my dad does it, but I don't know how he's able to do it. But that's age, right? So obviously it makes sense. But definitely milk is something I don't drink, barely drink milk. Actually, only in smoothies, but with cereal, hopefully I could drink more as time goes on, just to
Yeah.
be healthy.
Well, I'm not sure what you want to talk about today. I know our last topic, which would be coming out, episode 35 is not out yet, but if you're hearing this now, obviously episode 35 will be out. So the last episode was obviously about happening. Oh my god, money doesn't buy you happiness, I believe, right?
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah.
Yeah,
Money doesn't have any happiness. Yeah, I remember.
yeah. So I'm not sure if you want to
And that
get.
hasn't come out yet.
Sorry, that hasn't come out yet. Well, so no, it will actually. Okay, so hold on. It has come out because technically, if we're listening to this episode, 35 would be out. This is episode 36.
That's
So
true.
yeah, so obviously, if you guys are hearing this, this is obviously filmed a little bit earlier than it's actually
Yeah.
uploaded. So yeah, but by the time you're hearing this, episode 35 should be out, and you should be listening to 36. So yeah, so you better be listening to us though. But yeah, I guess we can talk about whatever comes onto our mind. Honestly, right now, like we could talk about basketball, we could talk about food, we could talk about the Popeyes burger and the aftermath. I know we spoke about the Popeyes burger and like what we thought of it, but
Yeah. One thing I want to say is I saw a boss today at Toby's, and he said something pretty shocking. He said that he hasn't been watching or listening to our last couple of episodes,
yeah.
and not that he didn't want to, obviously, because he was busy. I was like, that's pretty. I was pretty surprised because obviously anyone that knows a boss knows that he's like the number one waist supporter. So it's pretty funny when he said that he couldn't catch
You know,
the past couple of episodes.
yeah. It's actually funny you say that because he texted me. He was like, "Yo, I don't like." He's like, because I obviously posted something on my story and on my Instagram, and it was like it's a 1 year anniversary for the video that we did the last shot. So everyone that's listening, go check that out. It's actually as cringy as it might be. I actually found it one of the funniest videos. I don't know why. Maybe because the edits that we put, it's just funny. You know, it was
The
like,
funny thing is, I was thinking about the last shot early today, and it was like, yeah, obviously some parts were dragged out, but it's like there was so much good moments, and like obviously
yeah,
as like when you make videos or whatever, it's like when you go back and look at things, it's like you realize the mistakes, and it's like, man, when I think of the last shot, knowing what the mistakes were, if we had made it perfect, like as far as like making sure and everything, it would have been crazy. But at the same time, like during that time, it was so painful making that video. So that's why, like, as much as it's edited, was way longer. Like a lot of people don't know that. The last shot was
Oh yeah.
way longer.
I don't think even Abasi knows. So Abasi, if you're listening, that video, the whole video, actually probably would have been 20 to 25 minutes.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
cut
easy.
we cut out almost 12, 13 minutes out of the video.
Yeah,
And I
that
remember
was
like
tough too. Yeah,
it was tough because we were like I remember even talking to your brother. This is like almost this guy. This is like a year. This is a year ago actually. We're like, wow. Now we're saying a year ago. It seems like yesterday. We were talking to like Muhammad's brother Ali. And we were like, yo, what do you think? He's like, I like the video. But he's like, yo, it's too long. And we're like,
yeah,
damn it, bro. Like, no way. No way it was too long.
yeah. It was tough.
And it's also funny because I almost deleted the whole video, bro. After 30 hours, me and
Oh
Muhammad,
man.
me and Muhammad were like, there's no way. There's no way.
Oh man. Because the thing is, like, the funny thing is, it's struggles in the beginning, right? So obviously, once you become successful and you have a system running and all that, it's no problems. But the hard struggle at the beginning is the hard struggle. So like, obviously, you don't
Yeah.
have the best microphone, laptop, or anything. So when you're editing, especially like as painful as that, with the footage and everything, and the waiting for the video to upload and the grading, converting it from 4K to 1080p, it was just so like, I wouldn't say stressful in a good way. It wasn't annoying at all.
Well,
It was
yeah.
stressful in a good way because we knew we wanted to put this out, right? And we're excited for
Yeah.
everyone to watch it, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it was a good stress.
Well,
Good stress.
also, I found like now, now I obviously have a drone and I obviously have my gimbal. So obviously, if we were to refilm that, we could get better. It would obviously take a longer time because obviously I have that experience. It would take a longer time to film if we were ever to redo a classic skit that I find a classic skit. Honestly speaking, Abasi's acting is priceless in that.
Oh, so he wasn't acting. That's why it's so funny.
He's being serious. You know, we'll just break the news.
If you don't think he was acting, that's the funny thing about it. He wasn't acting.
I want to say like we don't like it's funny because like yeah, for people who actually first of all before I go into my story, that video actually went to 500 views in an hour. So YouTube bun you guys. You're like, I'm not sure what
YouTube, bro.
I'm not you guys are cheesing me, bro. You showed me like a video does well. They legit it's like nah, bro, bun these guys. I'm not sure who hates Muslims or hates like black guys and Arab guys, but bun that guy's like demonetizing our videos, bro. So bun you, bro. Go
No,
right
because
hell.
when the last shot dropped, it got such good reaction. We're like, oh crap, we actually have something here, right?
Yeah.
And then the views just went away. It went from like, it was like 200, 300 within like an hour and a half or 2 hours. It went down to like 30 to
Bro,
5 to
it was
60. I was like, what the hell?
I'm
It
pretty
was
sure.
so confusing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was closer to 500, 400, 500. Because I was even texting you. I was like, "Yo, you see?" Like, "Yeah, I'm seeing this." Maybe I want to say 20 minutes later, you go and check, and you're like, "Bro, you see what I'm seeing?" I'm like, "What?" You're like,
Yeah.
"You're like, go see it dropped." I'm like, "No way it dropped, bro." And YouTube has
Didn't
been
make any
doing this to us
sense.
for a minute, you know. And you know what's funny too is because we actually spent 30 hours editing that whole video because like the amount of edits, like the thing is sometimes I think of edits and we'll think of certain stuff to do. Obviously looking back, I know I can make it much better. Just looking back at it, just in terms of edits wise and like filming it wise. But I had a fun time, I want to say about Abasi.
It was fun. Filming the last shot, it was fun.
Yeah, honestly, it's what actually, now if we're talking about our past projects, it's one of my favorite projects because obviously, I don't know if Abasi thought we were joking. So, guys, in the skit, in the skit, we told Abasi to make it seem realistic. You have to lose the first round. This guy and his ego was like, okay, right? He made us film for another half an hour because this guy actually won. I'm like, bro.
Yeah. I'm like, bro, he's to lose. He just refused to lose.
He's like, nah,
Plus,
bro.
I was talking a lot of crap. I was talking a lot of crap.
No, you were triggering me. I remember he was saying, and he was like, bro, it won't be realistic, man. They know I'm better than you. I'm like, this has nothing to do with who's better than who, bro. We're just trying to film something.
Yeah, because I'm like, because the thing is, yeah, like I'm like, bro, you don't realize how long it takes to film. So I was like, man, we just want to get this over with. But the fact that he didn't follow the script is like, man, we did so more. So much content, right? It was so much.
What's your favorite? See, I'll tell you my favorite part of that skit. There's probably like three, but one of my favorite parts of the skit is when we use the Brock Lesnar entrance music.
Oh yeah, that was number one for me.
That was classic. That was number one. Like that, the way we got that was sick.
Yeah, because when the idea came, I'm like, this is legit.
Yeah.
This is the moment in the video that was like, oh crap! Like this is the sick part in the video, right? So when the idea came and the way we shot it, one shot, one take, it was perfect. Like it was everything. Like everything that day flowed like perfectly as far as
Yeah,
winning the last shot.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah, that's why it's like one of those things you wish, obviously, like, well, that's the thing. It's supposed to happen, right? But knowing now, it's like you know the mistakes,
Well, yeah, of
how like
course.
you do it better.
Bro,
So
if we were to do a last like a revamped of the last shot with the knowledge that we have now, the gimbal that we have, we got better at filming and editing. I personally got better. Like I think I've improved in terms of editing and my style of like video. I feel I got a little bit better. I feel with that video would be a lot better. We got better at clipping, got better at Photoshop. So I think a lot like we obviously learned within the past 2 years, but mainly the past year of like actually filming and doing a lot of edits.
yeah, it was a really really cool video
But
concept.
yeah, but thanks to this guy, bro, these guys like made us film so much. I'm like, bro, guys, I'm not joking. When I say, like, I told the boss, I'm like, you have to act like you're trash. Do not score buckets. Like, the original script was
Yeah,
Muhammad was supposed to beat Abbasi by 7-0. This guy refused that.
I
He's
was
like,
like
no.
10 minutes of trying to convince him, maybe longer,
I'm like, come on, bro, come on, you're teasing me right now, fam.
maybe longer. The
But yeah,
funny thing is, no one knows. After the last shot came out, because Abbasi was asking, even when we filmed it, like, would we do a part two?
oh, I remember
Like,
that.
of course, we'd love to, right? But it all depends on the reaction from the people, right? Like, if people want it, we'll do another one, right? But I think, like, even though people liked it, no one said anything about a part two. It's probably like within a week later, this guy sends me the longest script in the world
Yeah.
for a part two. Do you remember that?
I remember we were so guys for this is actually a true story. So we were sitting at it was Friday prayer at the mosque. We were chilling, and Muhammad is like, "Yeah, I want to show you something. It has to be in person." I'm like, "Yeah, well, go on." He shows me a text that our boss he sends him. It is the master paragraph part two.
It was the longest text ever. I was like, what the hell is this?
Mind
It's gonna be
you,
like a full movie
yeah,
about the
legit.
last shot. I'm like, hey man, you get me like a new MacBook Pro and a new camera, we'll shoot this. I'm like,
Yeah,
now to shoot this with the current setup, it's gonna take 20 years to edit this.
yeah, definitely. Like the thing is too is like some of his ideas were cool, but I told the bossy, I'm like, if this video got 1,000 views, for example, like for example 500 like or 100 likes, okay, bro, then clearly they want to see a part two. But obviously, you know, YouTube's it did pretty well, but no one really said, "Oh, part two, part two, part two."
No,
You know,
no.
so there's no point in making a part two. It may be down the road of this video. Like sometimes videos blow up randomly because someone like catches it after time. So who knows? Obviously, it's not the. It's like looking back at our work, we can obviously like now we're way more advanced in terms of editing, in terms of like style of how we want it to be filmed out. But he killed when he said like, and he was like, guys, no, we could do it. We could do it. I'm like, a bossy. We spent 30 hours editing this one, bro. Imagine how long it will be to edit the other one.
Oh, it took a long time. And that's the thing, like certain projects, you try to film it, it comes and goes. Like, I know when I say this, I'm like, holy crap. I forgot the name of the title, but the one that we filmed at UTM, the story about
It's
which path to take.
Yeah, the passion one. That one is funny though.
That was so, and the thing that pissed me off, because we knew it while we were filming it, but we didn't think it was gonna be that bad. And that's one of the painful things about like taking the mistakes. Like we're like, okay, obviously we're shooting on an iPhone, whatever at that time. Like I didn't think I had a Google Pixel at that time. Did I?
I think you.
No, I had a Pixel.
Yeah, I think it was my iPhone 8 that we were filming. No, it wasn't my. We were
No,
either
my
filming.
Pixel, my Pixel.
Yeah, so we were like, I used my iPhone 8 in the past in the NC. But yeah, go on.
Yeah. So I'm like, we're filming on my Pixel. Obviously, Pixels don't take the best video. We're like, okay, we don't care about the video. Like, it doesn't look bad, so we'll take it, right?
Yeah.
And we knew that if it's that, like, as far as the visual and the audio, it'll do well because the messaging and everything, the style and the shots were sick. But when we listened to the playback and we realized that the audio was so garbage,
it was so nasally.
It was like, oh my god, you can't even. It's like, how do we save this video?
Yeah,
we spent so much time trying to fix the audio, and we debated about whether we should release it or not. Because I'm like, I don't think it should come out because the audio is trash. Like the video is sick as far as the cuts and all that stuff, and the message, but the audio is trash.
You know what we should have done? You know what we should have, like, looking back at this. You remember how I did a voiceover?
Yeah. Oh, at the
Well,
beginning
yeah, the beginning of like me
and the
trying.
end.
Like no, when I was the voiceover was like when I was walking out of the school and I was saying I want to do this because I was talking to
Yeah, I
myself after
remember.
my
Yeah,
exam.
yeah.
So we should have looking back as like we should have filmed the whole video and then like wrote down the script and then actually voiced over each part. This way the audio would be that good. But obviously sometimes when you're in the moment, you just don't think of certain stuff. Like how many times have we edited something? It's like, oh, we should have done this. Oh, we should have done that. And just because the fact that you want to release it and get it out there is more of a stress. And then sometimes you're not thinking because you're so overwhelmed. That video could have done really well
Really well.
had the audio been. Mind you, a lot of people thought that was scripted. The part where me and you
That
were
was
talking,
crazy.
and I remember, guys, I'm gonna tell you something. If you go back watch the video, that's also been a year. That came out before the last shot, and I forgot the title of the video. To be honest, so something was like follow your passions, stuff like that.
Yeah,
I
follow your
remember,
passion, follow your dreams. Yeah.
I was talking to you. I was like, "Yo, bro, I feel like I want to drop out of school." You're like, "Why? Go see a doctor." And yo, for people
You're trying
who
not to laugh.
yeah, for people who don't know, I actually about to end the scene. I was like, "Nah, whatever, bro." That scene lived on as one of my favorite scenes in the movie because people think it's a scripted thing, but I laughed the hard at because I'm like, bro, this guy did it. Like Muhammad stole that video, like, that part.
No, like because we filmed it. I'm like, this is. Was that before the last shot or after? I think it was after the last shot.
No, I think it's I could double check. I don't like that's a good question. Like we saw,
I think
I thought it was before.
I don't know why. For me, it feels like it's after because like after we did the last shot, we knew we had to like come back even harder, so we did that. That's what I think. I don't know, but either way. But when we filmed that, we knew it was a very powerful video and the message. But when we listened back to the audio, like, oh
So
my
yeah,
god,
it came before the last shot. So right now, the episode's called Never.
before,
Yeah, the episode's called Never Stop
wow,
Chasing Your Dream.
and that's what made it so sad. Because like, man, if the audio was perfect, people would really gravitate towards the video, right?
Yeah.
But when you listen to it, obviously, it's even hard to watch the whole thing because how bad the audio is, right? Because it doesn't pick up all of our voices
No,
and
it's too
the
nasally.
echo and how strong it is. It's like, man, those are it's mistakes, right? Obviously, mistakes you make in the beginning when you're trying to shoot videos and stuff, right?
No, absolutely. Obviously speaking, like I feel next time, like going forward, is like for example, we can have phones and put them on record. Like so, for example, like that same conversation. Looking back, I would have my phone. I would put my I would just like have wireless headphones inside, and then you do the same thing. This way, record your voices and saves it as a note, and then you just override it on the video. This way, it sounds much more clear. You know, the thing is, it's just like obviously the thing is me and you. For people that don't know, obviously at that point the team was obviously breaking up, and we just wanted to get as much content out there as we wanted to. So I guess we got bored because we weren't posting, and obviously our old videographer, this guy, would take years. First of all, this guy would take years to post a video. I'm like, come on, man. But yeah, honestly, at the end of the day, looking back at the never stop chasing your dream. The funniest part is when I don't know why I was walking for so long in the school.
Oh yeah. The whole because we filmed it the whole way, the whole
The
journey.
heartbreak.
Yeah, we filmed you walking the whole
I
scene.
remember Mobile was laughing, bro.
Yeah, I wish I like. Yeah, obviously, certain things you just wish like obviously you had like the right set because yeah, that's a really good video with a good message and everything, right?
Yeah.
And it relates. It relates. But it's one of those things, though, right? It's memories, lessons, and obviously you're not gonna do the same thing. Like obviously
No.
now we have a microphone, so you can attach it to your phone, so we can do the same video, perfect
Oh
audio
yeah.
and everything. You don't have to worry,
100%.
right? But
100%.
obviously that was a year ago, right? And you don't have those things. It wasn't accessible, and those kind
Well,
of things prevent you from doing certain actions, right? So it's funny.
I could tell you one thing. I just feel that the more obviously the more we filmed, I feel the more we grew and the more we got better at certain stuff. And now I feel like we're not saying we're experts, but I guarantee you if we were to redo a lot of these videos, they'll definitely because right now they're priceless. Just looking back at their prices because it's just like if YouTube actually like pissing me off, people like they find it funny. Like the fact that we're getting views, I don't care if you don't like it. The fact that you're seeing it kind of just intrigues me. And then the
Yeah.
first reaction video that we did was the Muhammad Ali Amazing Speed. Now, right now, currently, it has 1.2 like 1,200 views, which is pretty insane because that video hasn't even reached a year yet. It's only 11 months in. And I remember that. You remember that day? I remember that day, bro. Like it was it was a cool. It was I was talking about Muhammad Ali in the reaction video. I feel that was like a success for me because that video was doing really well.
No, I know the video's gonna do well. I didn't expect it to do that well. Because the thing is, we haven't had a video in a long time that did views. And Osama was like, yo, let's switch it up. So let's try a reaction. Like, no worries. And then Muhammad Ali, broad topic. And then I think we're the second search result.
Yeah.
Oh, he searched up Muhammad Ali for a little while. So that definitely helped, obviously. And sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't, right? So
yeah.
If it doesn't go your way, it doesn't mean you don't continue. You don't stop, right? You just got to continue, right? Regardless.
Exactly. And you know what? You know what video? One of my favorite reaction videos is the Shaq freestyle Damian Lillard diss.
Oh man,
bro! I remember I was saying a joke.
We didn't release part 2, right? No, we didn't release part 2.
No, we didn't release the one where Damian Lillard dissed Shaq. Because I remember I think at the time this is at the time we were going to Ghana. Remember? I think we were saying we were saying, yo, if depending on how well this video does, we'll drop it. And then I guess we just like did end up dropping it.
Yeah, we never dropped part 2.
Well, then again, I just found Shaq's freestyle a lot more funnier. Like Damian Lillard, he had bars, but I just found Shaq's funnier.
Oh yeah, Shaq was hilarious. Yeah, Shaq was hilarious. You know? One thing that was very, very funny was the "Life is Good" reaction.
Oh,
that was hilarious.
So, okay, you want to speak on that?
Yeah, because number one, we got your bro to join us, and we all know how much of a...
No, my bro joined the Blinding Lights one.
What? I thought he said Life is Good.
No, he's not a Life. Life is Good is only me and you, bro.
Oh, okay, never mind. So we did Life is Good, and I don't know why that day I was like so annoyed. I don't know what happened that day, but I just wasn't in my normal mood. So I didn't really feel like talking about Future and Drake at that time.
Well, looking back at that video, you did seem a little off. Maybe it's because you scored no buckets.
So I'm like, you know what? Since like I don't really care to talk about these two guys, let me just flip it. I want to act like I have no idea who they are. Like to the point where you actually believe that I don't know who Drake or Future is. Like I'm that oblivious. So obviously it's really tough to pull that off because if you fail, you just ruin the video, right? You just look an idiot, right? Like I was like, oh, who's does? Is that Drake? Like you just look idiot, right? So I'm like, I really have to sell this. Like I have to sell this. And the fact that it worked was so funny because that was like the first time in a while that actually people like, as far as like engagement, people hit us up like, yo, what the hell? Do you not know who do you not know Future or Drake is?
Yeah, bro.
Like, of course I know who they are and stuff, right? So I was very happy that it actually worked as far as the reaction that I got. Yeah. I forgot what I referred to them in the video. I forgot I said.
I think in the end you were like that boopity da bop bop. No, like you. What did you say?
I'm gonna watch it after because it's been so long.
I remember you were saying it's like rappers usually say their names. It's like, how do I know what their names are?
Oh my god, that is hilarious. That is so funny. Because I'm like, yeah, the rappers, they usually say their name in the videos. I'm trying to figure out who's who, but I don't know which one is which.
It's even funny because in the how they go to the dance and like they put their hands to the sides. Yeah. You did that, and I remember, and you're like, I don't know how they did that. I just guessed.
Oh my god, yeah, that's crazy.
But I can tell you one of my favorite videos to edit and to film. Like one of them was Blinding Lights because of my brother was inside.
Oh yeah.
I want to say, guys, if you know us personally, whoever doesn't know us, whoever's listening, but I'll just say one thing: when my brother and Muhammad are like talking about music, it is intense arguments. Like, do not bother telling someone to calm down because then they'll get cheesed at you.
Yeah, it's fun times.
But that video was really fun because first of all, it has 672 views, and that was think of it. That's the last video we did. Because that's when the quarantine started hitting in. Crazy. And then I had a little idea. I guess we're like going for a mini version of like of our like past videos. Him and I said, "Yo, listen, bro, we gotta stop posting stuff up during quarantine." That's when the podcast kind of like that's like the original idea. For people who don't know, was a podcast. The original idea was always a podcast.
Always a podcast. Always.
It was always a podcast. You know, the thing is, people don't know how many podcasts we have in the vault.
Yeah, it was
You know,
always
like
a podcast.
it was always a podcast, and now I guess we're seeing our dream come to life. I mean, like obviously doing videos, but also the goal is not to do. I don't really care to do videos personally speaking. I just do it because we can just like I guess be a little bit versatile. But the goal is a podcast, 100%.
Yeah, it's weird. We did it backwards. Like usually people do a podcast, then video. We started with video, right? Then we went to podcast. That's what
Yeah,
people a lot. People are like, you guys are doing a podcast? It's like, bro, we're always a podcast. We
you know,
just
but
we
yeah,
just decided to do video, and I guess like yeah, we want to do both, obviously, right? But
yeah.
we just took our time and came out with video. But obviously, if you look back at the mistakes we talked about in the previous episode, we should have done both, obviously, right? To build the fan base, be consistent. It would have worked both ways. But
Well,
not looking back in
yeah.
hindsight.
Well, looking back in hindsight, of like that, like now we're at like for people like we're actually entering 3 years this year coming up, which is pretty insane
It
because
doesn't feel like it.
it doesn't feel like it because everything to me feels just like I'm being serious. People who don't know like I know Mohammed, you'll agree. Like it just feels like yesterday, like that conversation that we had, our goals. I feel like a lot of it is coming slowly to life. It's coming slowly to fruition.
Yeah.
But all I could say is like every day now I don't like right now. If actually I'm not sure if you saw like I just posted the. Actually, you know what? I'll tell you after because it would make no sense if I'm saying it now because it's gonna be the episode will already be out. But obviously, we're switching up our look each time we find a new look. We want to switch it up and to it better. So obviously, you guys are seeing ways. You'll probably see different looks, different vibes, and that's because we're trying to grow it out. And I just forgot we filmed 3 more videos.
What are you talking about?
Dame when he scored 61 points. Drake, Laugh Now, Cry Later, and then Travis Scott, The Plan. I forgot about those 3 videos, bro.
Oh yeah. That is true. That is true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And honestly, and right now, people, I know we haven't been posting on YouTube, so if you're listening to us, please listen to us on all the other platforms. Right now, YouTube is being snake. They ain't letting us post anything for some odd reason.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
I know, bro. This always happens, bro. Like,
yeah, it happened to us a while back ago. That was pretty weird too.
yes, I gotta maybe like I'll check back again and see if I can post at least like 31 because obviously like we get a lot of our views from YouTube to begin with.
Yeah, it was so weird. We started out the podcast, everything was around like which episode it was, and the same thing happened. And then we were just uploading on Spotify and other platforms. They need to eventually work again and stuff. So I don't know why it's doing that.
I have no idea. Let me ask you a question. So obviously we spoke about like I want to like we didn't really go fully back to when we started doing video. We just went back to like the skits that we started doing.
Yep.
What's your favorite podcast personally? Like the one from obviously by the time this is out, this is episode 36. So what is your favorite episode from 1 to 36?
I think there's about 2 minutes left.
No, we have bare time. Remember, we're not on the lot. We're not doing on the computer.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Yeah,
so
sure.
I'll say them to you. So obviously, episode 1 was what to do during the pandemic. Episode 2 is The Last Dance, Michael Jordan. 3 is George Floyd. 4 is Ways to Help. Episode 5, shout out to Asil for coming on. Episode 6 is Ways to Understand. Episode 7 is What is Holding Someone Back. Episode 8, Muhammad didn't want to do. Relive the Raptors' historic NBA run.
Wait, what? What episode 8?
Is the Raptors' historic NBA championship run. I remember you didn't want to do that episode.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Episode 9 is What will the world look at? What will the world look after COVID-19? Episode 10, In the Imperfections of Generation X. Episode 11, Pieces of a Humanity. Episode 12, Part 2 of Pieces of a Humanity. Episode 13 is Lean. Episode 14 is Olivia. Episode 15 is Hater. Episode 16 is Abasi.
Abasi is Countdown.
Episode 17 is Success Isn't About Money. Episode 18, the Victory is Learned from Liverpool. Episode 19, holy bro, a lot of videos. Understanding the Coronavirus. Episode 20, What is Your Purpose in Life? 21, Entanglement. 22 is Vash. 23 is Abdul. 24 is Under Pressure. 25 is Ponce Duel. 26 is Toronto Maple Leafs. That episode I hate because they lost and I look like an idiot.
Oh, was that with the Raptors too? So I think twice or three times.
Yeah. Well, we also spoke about I think we're getting to that. Episode 27 is toxic people. 28 is the Raptors championship 2020 champions. And then episode 29 is did you enjoy summer? And 30 obviously is are you ready? 31 is the Popeye's chicken sandwich.
That's insane.
Bro, it's insane to have. Well, 32 is coming. So yeah, 36 episodes by now if you're listening to this. But obviously, we're filming. If you're obviously listening to this episode, this is filmed a lot earlier. So we're just talking about like what's already not out. So by the time you listen to this, everything will be out.
Yeah, and once again, thank you to everyone for listening to us and being on the journey with us from day one. So it's
Yeah.
pretty cool
You
to
know
where
what's
you get
funny?
to now.
Someone asked me every time, was like, yo, like, what's your story about Waze? And then honestly, bro, this is my answer. I'm like, listen, like, wait until the documentary comes out. Because there's a lot of footage in the vault, and a lot of like snaps and stories that we probably still have, and a lot of people who were part of that time, part of that during that time. So obviously, you know, it's a story. It's definitely you could write a book about Waze, 100%.
No, yeah, it's definitely a beautiful story. And like all great things, it starts off somewhere, works its way up, go through ups and downs, but it's the consistency and it's never giving up and the persistence and the goal that one goes after. That's what results in the culmination of success, wealth, happiness, and harmonious feats. And when you're able to accomplish that with someone like Osama, it only results in beautiful majesty, right? So this is pretty cool.
Honestly, I've always said this to you, and I want to say this. I want to say this live that I would. There's no other person I want to do with other than you because you obviously bring the best out of me, and that's what you want. You want someone that can bring the best out of you, that can push you to your limits, and obviously, you do that. I don't think no one else does that to an extent. You do that to like you pass 100%. Like you, there's something about you, bro, Mohammed, that you legit will push me to my limits. Like you'll say stuff I'm like, damn, he's right. I should do it. So obviously, there's no other person I would want to do it without you. And I'm happy that we're still doing it. We're still continuing. And yeah, man, Waze will never die, bro.
Thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. And yeah, you just start from somewhere and you just start from somewhere, work to wage up. So, damn, I can't even talk. It's been such a long day.
Yeah, dude, it's just man, I don't know what to say, bro. Aside from your long day, guys. If I just want to say one thing, it's just, oh man, okay, look. So if you're hearing this now, right today, so this will come out probably this episode probably come out in October. So if you're listening to this, all this stuff is that I'm gonna say right now happened on September 19th, but this episode probably comes out in October. So if you're listening to this episode, you're probably listening to it while it's October. So I remember Muhammad texting me was like, "Yo, we're after for 4 o'clock should be good." So we agreed on 4 o'clock. This man goes to send his uncle some food, and yo, Muhammad, what happened?
Yeah, so I went to go. So the thing is, everyone who's African, especially Ghanaian people, know that my mom made peanut butter light soup, and she put it in a container. You also get from the dollar store. She wrapped it on saran wrap. She gave it to me on a tray. I put it in the back seat on the floor. And as I was driving, it was like sliding and stuff. I'm like, it's all good. It's on a tray, so I'm not that worried and stuff, right? I get outside. I go to get the saga. I go to the back seat. I open it. I see it legit spilled on the floor of the car, in the bottom of the car. And I'm like, oh my God. Because you know, the African soup is just permeating through the floor of the car.
Don't
And
kill me.
I have no paper towels or anything. And I call my cousins. They come out and they look at me and they start laughing. And they're like, your mom's going to kill you. And I'm like, bro, you're
Did your mom kill you?
No, bro, you know what happened, Osama? I
What
came home. My mom was like, let's go out.
is that why you did? Is that why I couldn't see you?
My mom was like, let's go out and get errands. I swear, I've never been so confused, shocked, angry, just sad in my life. I'm like, wait, what? Like, I just came back. And the thing is, we did errands today, Osama, this morning.
Yeah.
Came back. I was about to relax. Then she's like, I forgot something. I need you to go to Sobeys and get it. And I'm like, we're just
There.
there for an hour and a half. So she sent me to grab peanut butter. So I go and get peanut butter. Couldn't find it.
Shout out to your mom, bro.
I
She
see a
loves you, bro.
boss. Me and boss were there for like 40 minutes to an hour.
Shake
And
my hand,
guess
bro.
what?
Shake
That
my
same
hand.
peanut butter was used in the soup, and that was spilt on the floor. So I'm looking at the floor of the car, and I'm like, man, all this because of peanut butter. Peanut butter took like 4 hours of my time today, and cleaned it, came back home, told them. Actually, no, I came back home, and Mom's like, oh, let's go out again to do more errands. And yeah, I didn't lose it, but I was like, you know how like your brain just stops working? So I'm
Yeah.
like, yep, I'm just gonna go clean the car. What happened? Show him the picture, and I just went to go clean the car. My dad eventually came, spent like another 40 to 50 minutes. So hungry, I didn't eat the whole day. Then we prayed. Then after we prayed, we just talked, me and my family, for like 20 to 30 minutes. Still didn't eat. When I was about to go eat, I opened up the fridge. Stupid bubble tea just falls out of the fridge. I don't know why. Like, it's been inside the fridge the whole time. But I don't know who decided to touch it, put it right on front of the ledge. But I just opened up the fridge. It just falls and splits right open. And
That's
bro,
funny.
the bubble tea, when I picked it up upside down. So like it legit came out and it just like folded onto the carpet, and the freaking tapioca balls just like decided to just warm itself up on the freaking carpet. I'm like, oh my god. And I had to
That
clean
legit
that
sucks.
up for like another 20 to 30 minutes. Then eventually finally was able to eat. I felt like I was fasting that day, just was today actually, same day. And but the thing is, I was supposed to do emails. I was supposed to send out emails for work the whole day, but I didn't have time. Everything kept getting pushed back and all that stuff. I'm like, oh my god, I gotta send these emails. So eventually sent the emails. Now we are recording just for you guys because we love you guys and we want you guys to support us regardless of what we go.
Yeah.
So the point is, you go through ups and downs. It is what it is. It's written, so that's life, man. That is life.
Hey man, honestly, dude, we took an L at Harvard's as well. You guys should be listening to that episode. It's I think it's episode 31. Don't want to talk about it because it just pissed me off. Wasted my money. I want my money back. But I do want to say that right now, I'm actually working on changing up our Instagram. I have some new ideas that I want to implement. Look a lot nicer, much more fluid. And yeah, as Mohammed said, thank you for everyone that's listening. This episode, I just want to double check when this episode will actually come out. So hold on one second. I believe this episode will come out October 5th. So yeah, so if you are listening to this, it should be out October 5th. Wow, bro, October 5th. Can you believe how time is flying by?
Time is flying by.
Yes,
It's
sir.
insane.
It is legit insane. Well, with that being said, guys, I hope you liked this nonchalant conversation about our videos and us laughing at our videos. And if Abbasi actually does listen to this, though, I want to see his reaction.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to hear what he
Man.
says.
I agreed 100%. I want to see what this man says. So, anyways, Mohammed, let's end it off, my brother.
All right. Thank you so much for listening. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to every episode. Ways 2.0 on Instagram. Osama, Kusa 300, myself, Muhammad.global. Make sure to follow those 3 accounts. Make sure to hit us up with feedback, commentary, advice. If you want to come on the show, let us know. If your topics you want us to talk about, let us know. And YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Radio Public, Anchor, Overcast are the platforms that we are available on. Make sure to ask, demand, share, subscribe, listen, and do what you need to do to make sure that we elevate and get better. We will be doing we will put in the work to make sure that we get better for you guys, no matter what. And once again, thank you so much. Thank you to Osama for being an amazing co-host, and thank you to the Ways listeners and followers for being amazing group of people and individuals. And hopefully we'll all grow and change the world one day at a time. But for now, baby steps, baby steps, baby steps. It's a marathon, not a sprint.
That is very true. With that being said, my ladies and gentlemen, peace.
Peace.